bombshell. New report is revealing the FBI did run surveillance on Pennsylvania Representative Scott Perry before seizing his cell phone as part of the Arctic frost probe into the 2020 presidential election and January 6 riots. The National News Desk, Jeff Harris, joining us. And this information comes just weeks after House lawmakers share the probe also targeted dozens of GOP groups. Break down what was found.
So the Arctic frost investigation looked into President Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Representative Perry was a key figure in those efforts, but a new report is now revealing he was under surveillance before having his cell phone seized.
The New York Post is reporting Pennsylvania Representative Scott Perry was under FBI surveillance roughly a month before seizing his cell phone as part of the Arctic frost probe into 2020 election interference. Perry, who has yet to issue a formal statement on the report, did share the Post's story on X, writing, quote, "When I thought my opinion of the Biden FBI couldn't get any lower." Fellow GOP congressman also chiming in. Oklahoma's Josh Breckin writing, "Those federal officials responsible for the injustice carried out against Perry must be held accountable." And Arizona's Andy Biggs, "Joe Biden weaponized the FBI against his political opponents, including my friend Scott Perry." The Post, which reviewed unclassified records, reported that Perry was trailed by Bureau agents in July and August of 2022, taking notes at his home just south of Harrisburg and at two workplaces in Washington, D.C. One FBI document reading, quote, "The goal from surveillance is to get a pattern of life, identify his vehicle, and possibly identify a location to serve him with a seizure warrant." The findings come just weeks after Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley published files related to the probe, saying the investigation targeted nearly 100 Republicans and GOP-aligned groups.
The Republican National Committee, Republican Attorney Generals Association, and various Trump political groups.
Grassley went on to reveal Turning Point USA, founded by the late Charlie Kirk, was also part of the probe.
In other words, Arctic frost wasn't just a case to politically investigate Trump.
Now, President Trump also responding to the report on Truth Social today. You see his post right here, writing, quote, "I was there to see it all. Total scum." Perry's office has not yet responded to our request for comment. Reporting for the National News Desk, I'm Jeff Harris.